All right, y'all, we are here with another series. We now have acquired our funding, and now low liquidity, low volume times due to it being end of year is over. It's time to trade live capital again and see what the fuck we can do with it. And without further ado, let's get into these charts. So check it out. So on 4-hour time frame, we're trying to figure out kind of where price is currently reacting off of, so we know where price is going to go. But today's a bit tricky. I mean, as you guys know from the last video I posted, we're making lower highs and lower lows. All right, that means we're in bearish momentum. That means we're only looking for sells on lower time frames. And what happens? Price comes all the way up to this resistance here. It's pretty fucking clean. We know it's clean because when you go in the past, look at these massive reactions we're getting when we come to the zone, and started reacting off of this point. And so from that point, now we're looking at smaller time frame zones to just watch price collectively continue to push lower as we expect price to come down to new lows. And we did. And now, for one reason or another, whether price is coming back up to grab liquidity, whatever, price failed to completely break new lows, and now we're coming back up to that very prevalent 4-hour resistance. Okay, so still ultimately bearish until we break above this 43,300 level that we continue to speak about, but understanding what's going on. I mean, we're in massive bearish momentum. We're continuing now to push up since the market opened, and I'm not too opposed to buys here at all, at least until we start making lower highs and lower lows in smaller time frames. So let's go down to lower time frames. I don't need to mark up anything as we already have it from last week, which just indicates that we're in a rage. Like, no new structure is formed, so there's nothing further for us to currently create. And I can kind of tweak this out as well here. Just a bit. You see our reaction from this point. Takes a lot of volume to push through. When it comes back down, it holds. Takes a lot of volume to push through. When it comes back up, it holds. Okay, and we'll kind of have to see what happened from this point. So here's my analysis here. As long as we sit pretty much within this range, gonna be a little indecisive as far as taking buys. Really want to stick to trend from this point, but pretty much once we start to break above this 43,000 level, kind of better looking buys for us. And then absolutely from this point, and once we start to break back below the 750 level, definitely want to look for sells. Okay, so this is when we start to add on our additional confluences, which we got a trend line sitting here. Okay, we already have 15-minute resistance sitting up there. I don't see any further trend lines. We already have previous session highs and lows sitting right here. We already pretty much pushed past it pretty decently. Haven't came back within the range yet. So price is kind of ugly right now as far as telling me what to do from this point. I don't really want to sell off here just because I want to see price come further back below this level of indecision. I don't want to just get caught in a push up, a retest, and then a continuance higher. I don't like when price is just sitting in this range right here. Look at this, yo. So we're coming up here to approach this 43,000 level now. It's pretty much sitting like right here. Pretty fucking high. I think we're definitely going to at least come up and tap into it. You know what I'm saying? If we can tighten this up just a bit. Everything is still touching here. Still think price is going to continue up here. Like I told you guys, I really don't have too much faith in buys or sells just sitting in this range. Really like sells below, really like buys above here. But look how fucking bullish we are on 4-hour time frame. Now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's massively bullish. So not too much teaching here today, as I always speak about with you guys. If the edge is not being presented to you, then just simply don't take the trade. I know a lot of people have a tough time not trading at all and just sitting on their hands. And a lot of that is due to you guys thinking that something needs to happen. If you waited all day, or like me, I've waited almost 3.5 weeks now to take a trade. I mean, I've been trading on these challenge accounts, getting funded, as you guys see, but I've been completely off risk with personal accounts and funded accounts, just due to lack of volume, which is typical during the end of the year. And so, coming back from 3 whole weeks, it's like, okay, today's the time to trade. You're really just trying to actively find something that may potentially not be there. And you know, over the course of time and experience, for sure, you understand that your edge is everything to you. You know, sticking with your edge, you're going to be fine. You don't, you won't. And it's just something that, as a trader, if you guys don't grow into understanding really fucking quick, things are just going to go aggressively bad for you. You know, it's if my first of all, and I think one thing that helped myself, you know, when I was going through that, I'm just like, man, there wasn't a trade on AU because I only used to trade AU. I transitioned to AU to GJ for a bit where I was only trading GJ, but nonetheless, just trading one asset when something's not there, sometimes that pushes you into potentially trading emotionally and finding something that's not actually there when it comes to your edge. And so, a way to mediate that, once you fully understand your strategy and you have the capacity to look at multiple different things, is just by acquiring different assets. You know, I trade 5 pairs now, so like more often than not, every single day by a heavy percentage, I'm going to be taking a trade, you know, within the course of one of these fucking assets. So if you guys have issues with that, again, strategy comes before everything. You know, I know a lot of people talk about falling in love and such with a certain pair, and that'll help you do better. And that may potentially be true, but for myself, it was falling in love with the system that, you know, data shows that more often than not will play out. And then once you fully understand the system, going to other assets. So maybe a no trade day. Just kind of want to give you guys an update where I'm at now. Buys are starting to look a lot better during session open, which is in about 45 minutes. And if we don't take a trade, we don't take a trade. It'll be a card talk type of day. So let's see. We got a couple more minutes. All right, y'all. So in the meantime, while we're still waiting on US 30, again, markets open in about 20 minutes. Check this out, man. We just got into GJ buys, which is the very first trade of the year on my Signal service. If you want to join along, I do have the description. All right, y'all. So here we have the very first trade is in lab of the year. I call all of my trades out to my free Discord group. So if you guys want to join, the link is down in the description below. This is clean, brother. We've just swept a ton of London liquidity. We just came and tapped into a very prevalent support. And of course, we're expecting price to continue higher as if you come to hourly time frame. Even though all of this chop and disgusting price action has been going along, we understand trend, and that is just sitting right here. Higher low, higher high, anything in between is just a retracement. We still expect price to continue up to new highs here. So we executed. I myself am probably going to get out at, you know, pretty much London highs sitting up here, but we'll see. Looking pretty good so far. This is on personal account, which we got recording up here. So we're up about 137 bucks. I'm in 8 lots, and yeah, man. So excited to fucking be back here. So we'll keep you guys updated on that later on. Guys, look what we have going on here, dude. I'm glad I did not want to buy into this resistance here. Look what's going on. As soon as we tapped in, we fucking just melted. And now we're right back in this range that we don't really want to trade. So let's see if we can finally get a push below. This will now be the 1, 2, 3rd tap to this trend line here, which will obviously validate it. But what a tank. Look at these GJ buys that I called. Look how it just literally ripped us out and may continue higher from this point, which would be frustrating as fuck, dude. So let's go ahead and see. Nothing we can do. For some reason, the entire market tanked. Look at this. GU tanked. EU tanked. AU tanked. US 30 tanked. NAS tanked. And I don't know as to what, as there's no news today. So, you know, just being cautious, waiting till the session opens. But first trade of the year on GJ, man. We got fucking taken out. I am out of this trade, unfortunately. All right, so I'm definitely getting back in here. I'm not going to allow that fucking grab to deter me. Still holding at the support. Still very valid buy. So I got back in here. I'm not too sure where that spike came from, I'll be completely honest. You know, just looking at all the other pairs and such. Look at those massive fucking drops, dude. No idea where that came from. So we'll see. Second chance. This is the position here. Just got a bit of a worse entry. All right, moving on to US 30 here. So we got session open in about 6 minutes. Now that we've broken below these lows of this range, I told you guys I didn't really want to play in too much. And let me tighten this back up just a bit to where we're currently at. Now we're just waiting for some type of base to form, anything here to anywhere in this area, something to form, and then a re-break back below those lows. And then I'll go ahead and take it as long as I have a 1-to-1 before coming down to London lows. We'll go ahead and take and see what happens from that point. So we got 2 minutes until session open. Wow, I sound terrible. My bad. I'm sick of shit. We're starting to create this base here now. We're holding. We came all the way back down to London highs and it's starting to hold. So now if we get that re-break back by those lows, I would gladly take this sell off. We've already swept a ton of liquidity sitting over here as well, just by taking out this trend line. And so if we come back up and we were just grabbing liquidity, great. We can push higher. We can go ahead and take buys up here. But if we continue to melt beyond this point, bro, it's off to the races. I'm going ahead and executing. Obviously, we have a lot of volume today, so we'll probably use 50-point stop loss. We're open. Let's run it.
Stop filled.
Okay. Filled. So this is, oh shit, that's an ugly kickback. This is our very first trade of the PA account. So how are we gonna start it? Are we starting it positive or negative? We're about to find out. I am starting out the week fucking corona positive. Jesus. My throat is killing me. I need some tea or some shit, dude. Okay, negative it is. Why won't it let me? Okay, let me close out. So I got taken out immediately. That's a disgustingly fast trade. Let me show you guys here. Pull this up, go to right. We lost 500 even. Okay, so exactly what we expected to lose. Now, as far as giving this trade a second shot, first of all, just this is what I don't like, okay? I don't like that this massive push below, which I enjoy that it was going in our favor, as far as volume goes. But now, giving still that same confluence of breaking below a ton of liquidity, getting that pullback to show that, yeah, we're going to continue higher, and then the re-break, and we're still just kind of fucking hanging around. I'm gonna take my L for the day, and we'll move on with that, bro. Just a bad day in the market to start the fucking week. As far as GJ goes, to my personal account, first trade was a dud. Second trade is going fine right now, and we'll see where that goes.